talking about the best colleges in India, in abroad, what makes a college best for MBA? Are there some parameters, or we just need to see the ranking from Google? What are your views on that? Can we have your views, Asheesh sir?
Again, see, the easy answer is, go by the ranking, or, there are enough magazines, publications, websites which do ranking. And, we all know that there are different reasons for that ranking. So I think the real answer again is that it depends on what you are looking for, right? So even amongst IIMs, okay, I don't know, some of you may have, I'm sure many people would have taken that and would have, at some point in time you have to decide, you get a call from a A, B, C, L, and many others now, and you have to decide which one you do. I don't think there is a standard answer for everyone, okay? Overseas, actually people are very, very careful. Both the universities or colleges and students are very careful, because it's important that the type of place you go to matches with what you are looking for and your personality is. Okay? So, I went to IIM Calcutta. I know Praveen went to IIM Calcutta, and I know I work now with the director of the last director of IIM Bangalore. Bangalore and Calcutta and Ahmedabad, for example, have very different personalities. Right? There are people who would really enjoy and thrive in, for example, Calcutta. We loved our experience there. Would I have loved my experience the same way I am Ahmedabad? I'm not sure. I may, but I'm not sure. Similarly, there are people who would have found, I am Calcutta very, very unstructured, right? So different schools have different strengths, and I think they would appeal to different kind of people. There are some institutes which have, for example, large classes, right? Some institutes will have small classes. Now, for students who like to get more attention, or who like to engage with teachers more, who like to know their, fellow students much better, I think find small classes very comforting, because, you feel that you are in a place where you know everybody, you know people by name, you know people by face, they know you. Some people like anonymity, right? They think, no, if there's a class of 60, then I can sit in the last row and, hide behind the person in front of me, and, it will be fine. I will still hear, I will still see, but I will not be seen. Nobody's going to ask me questions. So I think it depends on your personality and what you want to be, right? Then there are the other, so one is look at size and look at, how it works for you. In institutions which have small classes, things are more customized. Teachers will be more, will vary their delivery and so on, depending on person. You'll get more time with the teacher, etc. The other thing is, the kind of faculty. Faculty makes a huge difference in any place. In all my educational life, in my, later on as I'm involved with the universities in the other way, faculty makes a big difference. So do some research on who the teachers are, right? What are they known for? What have they done before? Okay. One of the important things in MBA is that, MBA, unlike many undergraduate courses, is a very, it's about business. And I think you learn best from people who understand business, who have also seen business, who have worked in business, right? So MBA is a less theoretical program than, let's say, an MTech, for example, And so here, knowing the profile of the teachers, knowing what type of, is there a combination of teachers that's going to teach you, etc., that makes a big difference in your experience and in the opportunities that you will have later, right?
Okay.
The third thing I think is the pedigree of the institution itself. Why does the institution exist, right? So Stanford, I will take some very known examples, right? There's a difference between, for example, people who choose Stanford, do an MBA at Stanford, and to do an MBA at Harvard. Okay, both are best institutions in the world. You can't compare them on many parameters, but they are known for something very different. They have a very different culture, right? They were set up in a way to espouse different causes, right? University of Chicago, for example, is very different, right? So people, for instance, who are very keen on entrepreneurship and looking at being part of or creating new organizations, building new startups, etc., find Stanford very, very exciting, because the college actually encourages and provides connections, provides opportunities for people to figure out these kind of outlets and opportunities. So I think do a little bit of research on how it will help you in the future beyond just getting your first placement. Because people focus a lot on their first placement. See, the reality is that I think of all the people who are here, I think less than 30% will be in their first job after 3 years. Right? What will matter is what do you do after that, right? And so what kind of connections you will build, what kind of connects your faculty and your other mentors can provide you from that institution. I think those are some of the important things behind choosing a particular institution.
Okay, so like what we get is that choosing an MBA college depends on our suitability and our expectations of what we are expecting in future from ourselves. So we can keep some parameters in mind, for example, the size, culture, and the most importantly, you told about the faculty of the university. So I think these are some parameters which we actually need to cater. So our students have this question that not every one of us can crack into IIM or IIT. So Praveen, so what are your views that then how should we select our colleges, and if not IIM, so how should we go about it? What are your views on that?
Hey Tanya, thank you. My views are very simple. The advantage that an IIM offers is an institution that has built a pedigree and a reputation, and essentially it attracts the best talent. So it is not what IIMs alone are capable of delivering. It's the quality of students that get into IIMs also make a small difference. So it's like they attract each other, but that's not the end of the journey. When I look at a whole host of CEOs, there are CEOs from other colleges who are very, very successful. I know of a lady from NIT Surathkal who is a chief technology officer in a very large multinational BPO here in India. I know, so she isn't IIT, but she's doing better than her husband who's IIT Roorkee. So it's not necessarily that you need to be an IIT or an IIM to really, really reach the top. What matters is attitude, and what matters is aptitude. What we know is the people who get into the top 5 IIMs or the top 10 IIMs have the aptitude. They've cracked 99.xx percentile, etc., etc., etc. So they're able to solve mathematical problems and logical problems that are thrown at you. But that doesn't make them successful managers all the time. What is important is you get into a college that gives you an opportunity to learn from practical teachers. So you, as Asheesh said, look at the faculty, look at how many industry experts are there in the faculty. The second important thing that you need to look at is how much is the industry linkage that the college has. If the college is cut off from the industry, it's a very theoretical college, I am not sure you would have a great time ahead, because you don't do an MBA just to get a degree. While you may do a BA or a psychology or anything just to get a degree and get a start in your life, an MBA is an important career decision. So get into a college that has industry linkage, that has a good faculty, and more important, you are likely to find good like-minded people around you. And then the smaller batch size definitely works in the favor, because in a smaller batch size, your faculty interaction goes up, your ability to work closely goes up, and your ability to build relationship goes up. Trust me, our best relationships today are the relationships that we formed in our colleges, and that relationship will carry you through to the rest of the life. Now, when it comes to the choosing between other schools, while rankings gives you one example, gives you one method of choosing the college, I think you should talk to some faculty in the college if you can, or you should talk to alumnus of that college if you can before taking that decision. It's important you should learn the medium of teaching and the method of teaching in the college before you take the right decision. MBA does cost you money, and MBA is also an education for life. Think a little and then take the right decision.